You probably already know that eating food high in omega-3s is good for your health. Foods like fish and other seafood are great examples. But with more and more plastic and pollution in our oceans, our future supply of omega-3s could be in real trouble. Joining me now is Ben Kelly, the co-founder and managing director of Algarithm, a company getting in front of this problem. Welcome.
Thank you, Elsa.
I'm happy to have you here. So we've been getting our omega-3s pretty much from seafood and fish oil and fish, but the oceans are in trouble. How is this going to affect global health now and in the future?
Yeah, so actually I was just looking at some stats last night. It's something like 2 million metric tons of plastic goes into the ocean every year. And there are 5 accumulations, and the largest being the size of 2 states of Texas. In the middle of the ocean.
Frightening. It's frightening what we're doing to our oceans.
Yeah.
And then we want the oceans to give us something back and say, hey, give us our omega-3s still. That's becoming more and more difficult, which is going to impact our health. But you have a system that's extracting omega-3s from a different source.
Yeah, so our company Algarithm, we co-founded and started about a year and a half ago. And the opportunity we saw was a water-based approach to extracting algae oil, high in omega-3s, from algae, a plant-based source. So very similar to the way that you would brew beer or kombucha.
Okay.
We grow algae like that, and then we use a non-chemical process to pull the oil out, and then we put it in things like infant formula, prenatal vitamins, and other dietary supplements.
So how does the, I guess, not consistency, but how does it compare to the omega-3s that we're extracting from, I guess, animal products?
Yeah, so they're actually chemically identical.
Okay.
The one thing that's a little bit different for ours is right now we currently lack a little bit of EPA, which is, the EPA, DHA are the 2 main omega-3s.
Yes.
We're working on a solution for that as well. So
I mean, you've only been around a year and a half. This is already, you've done a ton.
Yeah, so we're really high in DHA, so that's especially important for young kids. I have 2 young daughters, 2 and 5.
Yes, as I do. Yeah.
And really good for brain health and eye health especially.
Okay, so, and that's what I was going to ask you too. How important is it to have a source of uncontaminated, clean omega-3s?
Yeah, I think this is really critical. And so as fish oil, as we do more research and we find out more of these contaminants that are contaminating fish oil sources, especially things like microplastics and breakdown products from microplastics from the ocean, it just causes a requirement to do more and more processing in the fish oil industry, which we think in a longer period of time will drive up the cost.
Got it.
And as well, just not provide the same quality. And so if you can do it in a controlled environment, like brewing beer or kombucha, where you control everything that goes in, it just makes it a lot easier. A
lot of nutritional benefits to this oil. Name the oil for me again, because I couldn't really say it before.
It's algal oil.
Algal oil. Did I say that right?
That's right.
Okay, good. So the nutritional enhancements with that as well. Are there others beyond what you just told me?
Primarily it's for cognition and eye health, certainly brain health. I think the big challenges around omega-3s for general public consumption is dose, so taking enough that it's effective, and then what we call compliance, so taking it over consistently. And so, our tagline is omega-3s figured out, because we really work on ways to make omega-3s easy for people to consume.
Well, I'm glad that we left your website up underneath your name this entire segment so people can't miss it, because Algarithm is spelled differently. It's like algae. There you go. Very clever. Thank you so much for being here, Ben. Really appreciate it. And we'll be right back with more Midday Maryland right after this. Stay tuned.